Hi guys. So I've been receiving a lot of DMs regarding my tweets about how it is that I want to snitch on people who are endangering our lives during COVID. So I thought I'd do a live because I really think that generally as a people we're taking as what happened this weekend should never have happened. And we will never really know the full extent of the damage done by the people who have chosen to go out and about and party and bullshit while you know you're waiting for test results. That's some callous as shit. And for me, what sticks out the most is the fact that we just have this don't give a fuck attitude about all other people because we think we're safe or we think we're immune to infections. And one thing that we've noticed about COVID is that it does not discriminate. COVID does not care in which social class you are. COVID does not care how many bedrooms your father or your mother's house has. COVID does not care what car you drive or how much money is in your bank account, right? COVID just needs a host. And you people are struggling to understand that. What is it about the Thrive that makes it so addictive for you that you are willing to put innocent people at risk because you refuse to stay home? That's the one question that just keeps boggling my mind. What is it about COVID that you are refusing to understand when it comes to protecting yourselves and those around you? Now, let's, for instance, say, okay, you're negative, right? Or you're not negative, but you're not showing any symptoms, so you think you're safe. When you go out and you thrive, you're endangering the life of the security guard that's at the service station where you stopped on your way home to get some food. You're endangering the life of the cleaning lady that comes to clean up after your reckless ass, and she now has to go home to her shack where she shares with her 3 kids and her husband, where they do not have options to self-isolate, where they do not have the ability to social distance because of the way in which it is the economy has, affected their daily lives, right? What is it about that you don't understand? I'm struggling to wrap my mind around the fact that people can be so reckless and so selfish. You went to get tested, meaning you didn't get your results. So you were not sure whether you were positive or negative. I had 4 different stories this weekend. One of them, he was showcasing symptoms. But instead of staying home, you still went out of your house and you still decided you're going to go wild out because you can. That's the first thing. Like, you actually purposefully chose to not stay home because what, you don't want to be infected alone, or what? What is it about your symptoms you didn't understand? It's very, very reckless. And it's entitlement at its worst. Because you know you live in a 5-bedroom house. You know that you have medical aid, that you can afford all sorts of immune boosters, and you can afford ginger and lemon. And you even have access to hot water that you can boil, that you can consume every night. But other people don't. And all for what? A dry ass house party. Like, I looked at that video and I'm like, this house party wasn't even. What was Beyonce there? For you to say, oh, okay, it was worth it for me to risk the lives of other people. Did you even inform the people that you went to go party with that you are awaiting results and you're showcasing symptoms? But above and beyond that, we need to start looking at also this generation and why it is we're struggling to spend time by our damn selves and leave the Thrive for just a week or a month. Like, you won't die. You found alcohol here, you found sex here, you found partying here. You won't die. But instead, you guys are willing to risk all of us. And the one thing that you guys are forgetting is that not everybody's immune system is as strong as yours. Not everybody has garlic and ginger in their house, guys. Not everybody has a balanced diet. Not everybody has medical aid, like I said earlier. So why would you risk people like that? Just stay home. And if you really want to drink, then go buy alcohol and go drink at your house. But don't endanger people's lives because you want to prove that you can thrive. All those kids in that house, who was twerking, touching the floor. You guys forget that COVID can live on surfaces for days. It can live in the air for days. Above and beyond that, the incubation period is 14 days. So that means you can go for a test and you can test negative. Kanti, the virus was just achuchucharing in your system and was waiting to Sister Bettina, everybody else, but you were not willing to give it its time. Stop it, guys. And now last night, so many of you ended up going to Robert Mugabe Clinic to go and get tested because you were panicking. You were panicking because you were out doing what you were not supposed to do. And I get it. At the beginning of this entire pandemic, some of us were also going out and we were trying to self-isolate, not self-isolate, but social distance. We were trying to have sanitizer. We were trying all of these things. And it's like, eventually I had to step out of it as well, and I had to realize that it's not as safe as I think it is, because even if I'm doing all of the right things, I just need to touch one doorknob, I just need to touch one car door handle, I just need to touch one steering wheel, I just need to touch one glass, I just need to touch habli bubbly vaholi habli, just one. And then you touch your face, you touch your body, you ingest it, it's a wrap. And people are dying. And I think the number one problem here is that a lot of you think that we are immune to it because we are young. There are young people in other countries dying. Above and beyond that, even if your immune system is strong enough for you to be able to avoid, showcasing symptoms or whatever, other people's immune systems are not as strong as yours. Stay home, guys. Like, you won't die. Like, first of all, it's your home. It's the one place where you're supposed to be the most comfortable. And that's for those of us who are more privileged than the rest. Other people don't have these privileges, and we are endangering them. Now, you went out to the house party in Hoagland Park. You touched surfaces, you didn't sanitize your hands, you ingested corona, and it's in your body, it's on your hands, it's on your mask. The lady who cleans your house, when she comes and she's cleaning your house, but she can get infected. When she has to go home, she has to climb in a taxi, she has to climb in a bus. Those are people that are also being then exposed to the coronavirus. Then she has to get home. And she probably has kids, she probably has a husband, she probably has a mother or a father who she's looking after. It's people that are being exposed again. Those people will come into contact with other people. And in underprivileged communities like Okahanja Park, some of these people live in such close proximity, it's impossible to social distance. Now, you who has been blessed by God with the opportunity to live alone, to live in spacious circumstances, to live in circumstances where you can afford immune boosters and hand sanitizer, you want to come and put people at risk. Stop it, guys. And like I said on Twitter, because I checked that my tweet went viral, like I said on Twitter, if you see anybody who you know went to get tested and they're awaiting their results and they refuse to self-isolate while they await their results, let me know. I will snitch for you. I don't care. Okay, you might as well call me Josie Snitcheroo Ngipandwa. I don't care. I will report them, which is what I spent the whole of yesterday doing, reporting people to the COVID center because they're breaking or they're going against social distancing regulations or COVID regulations. I will do it for you. If you went to go get tested, even if you're not showing symptoms and you are not sure, stay home while you wait for your results. And even after you find out your results, then you must still break at least for a period of 20 days, just to be sure, because you never know, you might still be within the incubation period. You guys are taking S, and you're endangering the kids. You're endangering the elder people whose immune systems are not as strong as yours. You're endangering your friends who are actually staying home and doing what they need to do, but because they came out and maybe came to drop something by you, okay, went to the office or whatever, you're putting their lives at risk. What do you want? Must someone young die for you guys to understand that this is actually serious? Like, people in other countries are dying. There was a story in South Africa of the girls who were at the house party. And the one girl died, and she was young. She was in her 20s. What must happen? Like, we need to stop this elke man for himself and God for ons almal attitude, because you're going to cost us a lot. And we're already only 2.5 million. Ons is nie daai bietjie baie nie. Right? The economy is being crippled. People's businesses are closing. People's livelihoods are at risk. And you are risking all of us for a house party. A house Turn on your laptop, put on your boombox. Majority of you have boom boxes now because it's the life of these young people. Make your own party at home by your damn self. But also you must ask yourself, what is it about alcohol that makes it impossible for you to want to stay home? What is it about being alone that makes you so miserable that you feel the need to jeopardize your health and the health of other people? No, colleagues, you are big jealous groot. Then if someone dies, then it's you are crying because someone died. No, it was not her time. She went to go look for her time. Even this thing of masks, you are wearing a mask here. What is this? What is this? Or when you wear your mask, you put it here. What is this? If you are wearing your mask, you literally need to cover your nose. This is how you wear a mask. You do not wear it like this, and you definitely don't wear it like this. Just start to do better. You guys are big people, and you do big people's things. Even these things of driving around car. Yeah, no, I'm going to my bay. Bay what? Bay fire. Bay what? Because you guys also like to sleep with each other and other people's people. So now you go and sleep with Bay. Bay goes and sleep with main Bay. Bay goes and sleep with main Bay. Main Bay goes and sleeps with side Bay. Side Bay goes to sleep with side Bay. Side Bay goes to sleep with, never mind you're in my Bay, but you're still gonna get this work Bay. Or poor Nalenga, the whole of Namibia is infected. Just stay home. And also business owners, let me tell you guys something, because this is something that I realized is one of the reasons why I even stopped going out at all. These clubs and restaurants and places that you guys are going to, when you are entering their premises, they ask you, where's your mask? Okay, you show them their mask. Then you put it on. When you go in, you take it off. None of these people actually come and check if you guys are still wearing your masks or not. None of these people actually come in and check if you guys are actually social distancing. Oh, social. Excuse me, the Vambo in me came out. If any of you are social distancing at all. 2 weeks ago, I was at Brewer's Market. There was no social distancing. Hubbly pipes, you guys are all sharing. No, can I have a filter? But the filter is being given to you on the hands of someone whose hands are not sanitized. Jealous Sam. These people sanitize you when you come in. But when you go in, when was the last time you even asked the owner of a restaurant or a bar that you went to? When was the last time you disinfected? When did you ask? None of us know. But we are within because I know at Brewers they have sanitizer at the door. See your life. Let's go take shots, chummy. Clink, clink. You are touching each other's shots. Here's your drink. It's just a constant exchange of things. For who? For who? As a matter of fact, I really think the president, we need to go back to stage. Was it stage 1 or stage 2? I know where the places were closed. Like if you wanted to drink, take away only. You go and you drink at your house. Why can you guys not stay in your houses? What demons are in your houses that are making it impossible for you to stay home? What is it? What are you afraid of in your own house? Now imagine if you are not safe in your own house, you want to come outside and bring your things outside to us. For what? Stop it, guys. Stop. This thing. This. Now your nose wants what? What does your nose want? Outside. What is the purpose of this? Because we can still hear you. What is it? Or you're just trying to protect us from your bad breath? Or what exactly is it? What? Wear your mask properly. Wear your mask properly. And also, guys, these masks with the material, you have to wash it every day. Now, some of you, your mask smells like Hong Kong, but you want to smell like Dolce and Gabbana. Who are you fooling? We can smell you, Chief. Stop it, guys. Stay home. Pay for house party. For what? And none of those kids in that video were even wearing masks. The ones that were wearing masks, the masks were here. And you know germs collect here as well. So like, what was it for? For who? And the party didn't even look lit. It was a dry as a matter of fact, it wasn't even a party. That was an assembly. It was a dry as gathering. Now you all risk your health for a dry ass gathering. You're entitled and you're spoiled and you don't give a fuck about everybody else. And that's problematic for me because we have kids. Okay, I don't have a child, but we have kids in our neighborhoods, okay? Our elders are, their immune systems are compromised and we're putting them at risk. Majority of those kids that were at that party don't live alone. They live with their parents in their houses. Now you as a parent, you are just adhering to social distancing. You are trying your best, thinking your kids are safe. Can't they are the ones who are going to kill you. Why? Why, guys? Alcohol was there. Even in the Bible, alcohol is there. Why Jesus not the one who went to go and turn water into wine? The alcohol was there. And I was 19 kululu. Okay? And when you die, alcohol will still be here. You will leave it here. Sex, same thing. Sex is the reason why we're here. You will leave it here. Government cannot force you to stay home because what happens is when they put Kalahari Desert Optimus Prime in the streets, you guys want to tweet about Ndetunga and shout and say they are abusing us, they are beating us. When they give you freedom and tell you, okay, colleagues, self-isolate and look after yourself, you are going to house parties. And the audacity of these kids, like they don't even have confidentiality. Die hele wêreld moes sien hoe jy is besig met naere. Colleagues, people are dying. This economy is being crippled. Businesses are suffering. Your parents could be at the risk of losing their jobs and not being able to provide for you. Now you, because your father is a millionaire, you think now the rest of us will also survive. Some of us don't come from privileged homes. We don't have farms, we don't have cows, we don't have any of these things. Now you're putting us at risk also. Medina Loka party. It wasn't even a party. Guys, I wish I could insert that video here. That wasn't even a party. That wasn't a party. That was, it wasn't even Ohungi. It wasn't even. It was just a to assembly. Wamanango High School in the morning. Before you go to classes, we congregate at the Firkant, at the assembly area. Dry ass. You are twerking. Imagine now you come home, you have to tell your parents, Mom, Dad, I've been tested positive with COVID or I'm showing symptoms. Where were you? Then they see a video. Your bums are in the air. No pink legging. You are in the air. You are twerking for the world because for what? For what? Not that they know, like the young gentleman who are showcasing symptoms already and you went to go to house parties while you're supposed to be at home self-isolating. But when people put you guys in quarantine centers, you're complaining their food, their room, their spiders, their wall, their oxygen. You are complaining. But when you are given the option to quarantine at home or self-isolate at home, this is the nonsense that you do. I hear you guys. Let's take each other seriously. Some of us still need to change the world. Some of us still would like to live long enough to make differences in our families and accumulate the health and the wealth that your family has been having for generations. Do not rid us of the opportunity to stay alive and well because you want to go to a dry... It was a dry ass party. That wasn't even a part. I can't get over how, like, I'm offended. Like, at least, if Michael Jackson was there from the dead, I could go say, oh, you're at least risking to meet the king of pop. At least, for Hansalo. And some of those must look like they were 16 weeks old. Payfair, last night, it's just WhatsApp groups, Twitter. People are panicking. Robert Mugabe, they went. A friend of mine actually had to go get tested and he showed me a video of how full the line was. Now, you with your medical aid NMC Platinum, Chomi, you are still going to go to Robert Mugabe. You guys will still be banged at Cathedral and Central Hospital. You think you are special or what? Stop it. You guys, For who? But guys, we also need to have a very honest conversation about the dependency of youth on alcohol. It is problematic. The addiction to alcohol will be the end of this generation. It'll be the end of this generation. The fact that you guys are not able to even stay just one weekend, will you die? It's almost as if you guys decided when Boamba was talking to Hailulu, you guys decided he was also talking to you. These people will die. For Thrive. Nah, I'm just chilling with the bae. Hey, bae. For who? Stop it, guys. Like, we really need to do better, and we just also need to not focus, but actually be considerate of the people who do not have the opportunity and live in the circumstances that we do live in. We have to. You guys need to stop this shit. Because me, in my mind, I think of the ladies that sell in the service stations who are not necessarily protected. I'm thinking of the security guards who have no choice but to come to work because they're going to die of hunger. And they're literally probably the only person with an income in the entire household that can provide for all of them. I'm thinking about these poor taxi drivers that actually are doing the job because they need to survive, and you are putting them at risk. Let's not forget about our nurses and even the people that work at the COVID center. So many health professionals have been in quarantine for the past couple of weeks because they came into contact with people who have COVID who just refuse to take the necessary precaution. You're risking people's lives. People's demons will come haunt you, people. No, guys. Do better. And if you are showcasing flu symptoms, then rather just go get tested to be sure. And while you are waiting your test results, kala mumbo, sick leave. It's not a problem. Just stay home. Aye, guys. Aye, this weekend, Tata Ugo MTC, the guy from MTC who decided to go to Rundu, he was just like, fuck all of y'all. I'm not even, Vintuk Esklinkis, let me go to Rundu. Why? Why, guys? Ndemorundovoko night caller, you went to Rundu Beach, you went to you went sowing your seed. Why? Now you are positive. Now all those people. As a matter of fact, there must be a law that allows for people to sue people who put them at risk of contracting COVID because of recklessness. We must be allowed to sue these people. Me, if you infect me with your COVID while I was being careful and you were doing nonsense things, I'm going to report you to my ancestors. And my ancestors don't play about me. They love me. Wake up tomorrow, you have 3 noses just here. Yeah, because this is what we must do now to get you guys to stay at home, because you don't want to listen. You don't want to listen. Stay home. And if your houses have demons, colleagues, then maybe you must pray the demons out. But don't come bring us your COVIDs because you refuse to stay home. It's just so wrong. And these kids, eto, and recording everything. Now there's the one video where they come and leak sanitizer, come at, and the guy didn't even, unonanye. You people will die. And me, I have enough black clothes, gang. I can do laundry. We will attend your funerals, virtually, because we're not trying to risk our lives like that. Just stay home. You're not gonna die. At this rate, there will be no K December, colleagues. At this rate, no Omunya, you are lift nothing. The only thing we'll be lifting is coffins. Stop it. Just stay in your damn houses. If you're showcasing symptoms, the number is 0800 100 100. Call it, tell them I'm showcasing symptoms. They will come to you and pick you up so you can go get tested. Please. And if you are given the opportunity to self-isolate at home, then actually self-isolate at home. And your home is not where the heart is and your heart is in the club. This is not what we're doing. Please. And some of you need to go to rehab also. Let the strong immune system win, Vati. If we die, we die. I'm trying to die. I must die because of a Chinese person eating a bat. We survived polio, malaria. Do you know how disgusting chloroquine is? And we survived. Some of us even had to go through those Chinese where your grandmother used to put the hot water in the orange thing and then up the bum. We survived all those things. HIV, STDs, we survived. Not survived, but we avoided. We did what was necessary. COVID is the one that must come and take us because you refuse to stay home. Me, I have plans for December. I really have plans with my family. I have plans. I have things that I want to do that will require for me to travel. Y'all are not. I will snitch on you. Let me just see, because the problem with you people also is you like to document everything. Everything must be on the Instagram, on a WhatsApp, on a Twitter, everything. So it's easy for us to see when you are not adhering to COVID regulations. I will snitch on you. Let me just see. I will snitch on you. I will snitch. You can call me Josie Snitcheroo. Because at this rate, there's like, I don't know what it is you guys want. I don't know if you guys want Kalahari to be on the streets and mooring everybody with rotangs. I don't know if you guys want the president to shut the country down. We've gone through all of these things. You guys were complaining. You were given the option to now at least show and prove that you are in charge of your own health at least. You guys are risking our lives for parties where I didn't even see Oros in that video. Now, guys, come on now. Let's just stay home, please. It's fine. Whatever has happened in the past has happened in the past. But from this moment on, please stay home. If your friends are inviting you out, tell them, no, I don't want to go out. I'm staying home. And you shouldn't be on isolation. You shouldn't have to await test results to be on self-isolation. Just stay home to protect yourself from any possible infections. I promise you guys you won't die. Work on your goals. Work on yourself. Journal, read, rest. Some of you need to rest your minds, your souls, your spirits, and your genitals. Rest. No, guys. Please, man. Please, please, please. This is unacceptable. If you see someone, report them to the police. Report them to the police or to the COVID center. There were stories that I was reading on WhatsApp groups recently where some people were walking around and they were touching people's car door handles and doorknobs, and they were touching people's glasses and things on purpose. You don't know what this person has. And also these businesses, don't only disinfect when you hear that someone who had COVID possibly came to your establishments. You guys are supposed to actually disinfect your business areas every week. Disinfect. And then these lie things where you tell us, no, it wasn't more than 100 people that were there. 100 people, but 60 of them are in one corner. Wisdom. Disinfect your areas. Make sure that when your guests or your customers are in your establishment, that they're actually social distancing. Meaning at a certain table of a certain measurement, only 2 or 3 people can be there. And your security guards, your bouncers must actually make sure that people are wearing their masks. And don't only come into the area close to midnight. Oh, the police is outside. Please keep your mask close. It's what you guys do. Disinfect your shit. Your bartenders don't wear masks. I was in Brewers 2 weeks ago. The bartenders didn't even have Oka Satanizer. So you business owners also are problematic. And don't just tell us that you disinfect your areas. You must actually show us. The same way you guys put on your statuses and your profiles on social media, Nokucha, we have $5 shooters next week. It's the same way you guys must show us when people actually disinfect your clubs or your whatever. Please, colleagues. No, man. I put at risk because of a dry-ass party. A dry-ass gathering. I'm actually very upset. In Tatoune, who went to Rundu. Ventuk was not enough for you to endanger. You had to take it to the, let me take it to the crocodiles. No, guys. No. Joycey, I will save my life. But I'm just saying, guys, like, let's just do better. And yeah, we don't want to be responsible for other people. That's fine. We don't want to be responsible for the immune systems or health of the people around us. That's fine. But at least, like, protect yourself. At least. You know, that's the least that you could do. Just stay home. Please. Tumbi, I'm actually very mad because I feel bad for the people that don't have a choice, for the people that do not have the luxury to be able to self-isolate, for the people that don't have the privilege to live in homes that allow them to be confined to their own bedrooms without coming into contact with anybody, for the people who can't afford immune boosters, for the people who can't afford... Do you know how expensive ginger is? Lemon, because we don't all have the trees in our house. It's not Sumeb. We don't have trees in all the houses with lemons. These things are expensive. No, colleagues. No, I'm actually really upset. Don't risk us because of nonsense. For a thrive. That wasn't even a thrive. It was just a arrive. You just arrived there. You guys just stayed there. You just... Nonsense. Wear your mask properly. Some of you are watching my live with a mask like this. Wear the thing properly. I make homemade ginger beer. I know how expensive that root is. It is very expensive. Ginger is very, very expensive. Not everybody has the privilege to be able to afford it. Lemon, all these things, or even just having access to hot water. Not a lot of people are able to have access to things that they can use to strengthen their immune systems, guys. You guys risked us for ep. You see, the problem is, some of these kids need a good old ass whooping. That's just over the knee, ass whooping. If you don't know what I just said, just get it, ask for a translation. The Vambus will understand. Because it's just reckless, unnecessary behavior. Entitled. Shashove, you on your account, you have $10,000, $20,000, $50,000. Yeah, because you have a car full of petrol, you can drive to the hospital anytime something happens. Because you have a cupboard full of immune boosters and ginger and lemon. Now you think, because you have access to all those things, the rest of us must now be put at risk because we are poor. One of these young people are gonna die. They're gonna die. I don't wish death on anybody, but sometimes some of these things must happen for us to learn because we don't want to learn. We just don't want to learn. Do freaking better. Just do better. And also, please use this time to put yourself in your own personal rehab for alcohol and drug abuse, Shashi. Some of you also, your addictions have gone out of control. Yeah, drinking every day. Ask yourself, what demons are you running away from that you constantly need to stay drunk, that you constantly need to twerk? Also, I am all for you living your best life, mama. I'm all for you channeling your inner WAP. Mara also, at what cost? Please. That gentleman who went out showcasing symptoms, he was supposed to be self-isolating with his girlfriend. He just go out of the house. Now, it's people's COVIDs can also be like other demonic COVIDs. You got a simple COVID, now you go get an even worse one because you're jifat. What's a WAP? WAP is that new song by what is this girl with a big bum? Cardi B and the girl with the knees. They have a new song about hoes. Stop, please, guys. Let's just... And also, we must be accountable to each other as friends. Like, if you know that your friends are out there thriving and doing the most under undesired circumstances, call them out for it and tell them, guys, if you don't go home, or if I will report you to the COVID center and report. And show me, if you are shy, me, I must don't have time to feel bad about these things. I will definitely report them for you. Just DM me. Just DM me. I just need a name, a picture, and a number. I will report them. I spent the whole day doing it yesterday. And if you have a problem with me reporting people for contravening COVID regulations, I want all the smoke. Drop me an inbox. I will tell you my address. We can fight, but it must be at a social distance. You guys will not endanger our mothers and our fathers and our sisters and our brothers. Like you will not. You will really not. And if you don't care about your own family, if you don't care about your own siblings, if you don't care about the people in your life, that's not our problem. But what you're not going to do is put us at risk and put our loved ones at risk because you wanted to go to a dry ass desert storm, aka a licht party. Licht. No, man. Anyway, I hope you are well. Those of you who are actually staying home, thank you for meeting government halfway in their efforts to flatten the curve and curb the further spread of COVID. I think, if I could just give a bit of advice, I think, this time is a blessing in disguise for a lot of us because it gives us the opportunity to work on ourselves and work on our goals and just block out the noise from outside and focus on our own mental health and well-being. This can also be a very difficult time for people who suffer from anxiety, people who suffer from or get panic attacks, people who suffer from both mild and severe depression, situational depression, people who suffer from suicidal thoughts. It can be a very difficult time, so make sure that you're also doing your best to look after your mental health. Check in on your friends that have mental health issues, and make sure that you're kind to yourself and you allow your body to rest. But we should also not be idle in this time because we're supposed to use this time to at least try to think, when the pandemic is over, where do we go from here? It can't only be a government or entrepreneur's problem. Everybody actually needs to use this time to plan ahead and think, how am I going to be able to survive or maneuver through our new normal? It's very, very important. Tumbi says, question, what is your take on introducing a curfew to limit movement in these streets? I think a curfew would be a good idea. I really think a curfew would be a good idea. I think that we can no longer trust our youngins to behave by themselves. And clearly they're telling us that they need assistance from Ndetunga and his friends. So I definitely think that there should be a curfew. I definitely also think that we should move to back to the times where restaurants and clubs and bars were only allowed to serve on takeaway basis and no sit-ins, because that's also becoming problematic. And I think that law enforcement should do whatever it is they can to keep the streets empty, because that's problematic. Guys, you just need 10 or 20 people in Okanja Park to get COVID. Ucheko show. And we are headed there. By the end of August, Windhoek will be the new epicenter. Condition Lodi, I'm not a witch, but I'm just saying the way in which things are going. And those are the people that work minimum wage. Those are the people whose lives are in danger. Really. Gwen says, I'll share my view for the curfew problem. Don't understand how it works, but here in Oman, we went from 1,700 cases daily to 233 cases daily after a 2-week curfew was introduced. It'll work. Because the problem is, people are in the streets. All our restaurants and hotels are still closed, especially spas and salons. I promise you guys, just close the shit. Keep only essentials open and close the streets. And as a matter of fact, Daytunga's Power Rangers must go and they must actually roam the streets to make sure these house parties as well. Because sometimes these kids house, they're hiding in dry ass house parties. So a curfew, I think, would be essential because we cannot trust these youngins to be disciplined on their own anymore. We really can't. Then at least let the streets be safe for the people who have to leave the houses, for the people who actually have to go to work, for the people who actually have to make a living. Let the streets at least be safe for them. But we can't be risked because people want to dance. No, 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 no. Oh, like the song won't play in your house by yourself. I think a curfew would like be perfect for especially Vintu. Yeah, Vintu. I don't understand what it is about the tribe that you guys find this exciting. Hey, I really don't know. I don't know, but it's necessary for us to just have stricter measures because we can't trust you guys. Otan to deeper and lie when you guys are going to kill us with your recklessness and stupidity. Julle sal vir ons doodmaak met julle se domheid. I don't speak Herero, Damara, or Silozi, so, but if I did, I would have translated as well. I'm just saying, guys, please, let's just do better. And we must hold our friends and our loved ones accountable. If your little sister or your little brother is leaving the house, or if your partner is leaving the house and they want to go and thrive, chuno handbrake. Because people are going to die. And for me, like, my biggest fear is I still have to go to work. Now I'm going to work to make a living. Volgens ek is mos 'n arme meisie. Me, I must know my poverty. So I now need to go to work, and now my life is going to be put at risk because you kies mos dom. Who dom? I still can't get over how dry that damn ass attempted party was. They should actually be charged for fraud because that wasn't even a party. That's misrepresentation at its worst. What I don't understand is why have the people in power gone soft on the restrictions when the cases are increasing compared to the days when we were at 6 cases? You know, I actually understand government because for them, it's a very difficult position to be in. On the one hand, there's an economy that you need to try and rebuild. And unfortunately, you are not able to do that without certain key things being put to the side, for instance, the safety of individuals. So what government, I believe, has done is they've made it the responsibility of the individual citizen to look after themselves. If everybody looks after themselves, all we have to do is provide a clinic where you can get tested if you show symptoms, and to provide mechanisms for you to be put in quarantine. If you are positive, we will provide you with food, we will provide you with medication for your treatment, and that's that. Everything else should really be our responsibility. I don't blame government at all. What? Must they hold your hand? Must government send everybody an SMS at night? No, are you home? Please stay home. No. I think they did the best that they could. We were put under lockdown for weeks. People broke the rules. People did what they wanted to do. Quarantine was set up. People escaped from quarantine facilities. I just don't think there's anything else government can do. I think government is doing the best that they can with what they have. Everything else is our responsibility. And now we are realizing we are our biggest enemy. Now we're realizing. We were taught about breaking the chain in HIV and AIDS. COVID is no different. At least with AIDS, the way in which it is you can contract it is limited amount of ways in which it is you contract HIV. COVID trauma, you just need to touch the wrong thing. It's a wrap. But you are out here, Murigame a club. Are there no radios at your house? Don't have a fridge where you can put your alcohol if you want to drink. Stay home. Also, some of you need breaks from your toxic ass friendships also. I'm shook. I'm really shook. Like the guy who went to the MTC employee who went to Urundo. And this is weeks after MTC already reported a couple of cases, and Prosperita had to close. They had to close their call center at Prosperita because of the infections. Like, guys, you guys scare me. Please, let's just do, guys, let's just, okay, I'm being a bit mean and harsh, which is fine. I don't feel bad about it, but let's just do better. Moving forward, please, let's do better. Let's just rather focus on staying safe, and not only for ourselves, but for the people around us as well. For the people who are less privileged, for the people who are less entitled, for the people who have less access to a lot of the things we are using to be able to try and protect ourselves from contracting COVID. Let's just do our best to be safe, because the human resource is one of the most important resources that this country has, and it's already limited. So, like, everybody just do their part. Like, I live alone, but I'm not even staying home just for me. I'm staying home for the people that I could possibly come into contact with and infect if I do go out and am reckless enough to get infected. Please, guys, like, just stay home. Anyway, I hope you guys are well. To all students, please continue to do your schoolwork during or through e-learning. It's very important that you not give up on your educational dreams during this pandemic. It's important. Again, sanitize your hands constantly. But you know, pause. One thing that COVID is teaching me is that there is actually a very big problem regarding hygiene, personal hygiene in this country, that has now only started surfacing once we're actually forced to wash our hands and keep clean and social distance. Like, now I'm realizing that Namibians generally have a hygiene problem. People generally didn't know how to wash their hands. People generally didn't know how to... Imagine, this is not washing your hands. Like this, you are just washing the inside of your hand. This is not washing your hands. People didn't know how to wash their hands, how to keep clean. Some people, the word immune boosters, they are only learning about it now in COVID. Steaming is something that a lot of people are only discovering now, and those are the people that actually have access to hot water and to steaming agents that they can use while they are steaming. So some of these conversations we must also have with each other about how to keep clean in general, how to protect our immune systems in general, or improve our immune systems in general. It's very important. And for those of you who don't live alone, just think about the other people. You may be safe, but the next person may not be. And do you really want that on your conscience? To know that you killed your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles, Justina, who's been cleaning your house for the past 15 years, Tate Moroki, who's been driving the taxi that you take to work for the past 5 years. You really, are you prepared to live with it on your conscience that you infected them and you ultimately then also could have killed them? Some people's ancestors are strong colleagues. Don't play these games. And me, I don't care. Unless both Jesus Christ and Michael Jackson are at that party, no house party is worth you going to. We're risking other people's lives for a twerk. You can twerk at home. Please. Especially our youngins, guys. Anyway, I just thought I would vent a bit. I will save the life so it can stay on my process. Oh, I have a scar here on my forehead. But yeah, stay blessed, guys. Stay beautiful. Stay humbled. Please check your privilege at the door. And just look after yourselves and the people around you. Please. Michael Jackson won't go to a house party. Please respect the goat. No, Michael won't go to a house party because he's too busy self-isolating in heaven. Even he in his death understands how difficult the situation is for people. But now the response of Satan that they are alive. See your life. stay home. And also, guys, I know it can be a bit confusing because it's flu season now also. Like, I have chronic sinusitis, so I get a flu every single time the seasons change. But sometimes it's also very, very difficult to know the distinction between flu symptoms and COVID symptoms, because a lot of people might not be aware. So if you are struggling, just make sure, please, that you call the COVID center and rather get tested and explain your symptoms to them to be safe, right? Because just now you're sitting at home thinking it's a flu. Can't it is COVID. So flu-like symptoms are also what is this? They're also symptoms of COVID as well. So if you're not sure, don't trust Google. We're almost always Googling symptoms and thinking that Google is always right. Just call the COVID center rather and just get tested to be sure, while still steaming and drinking your ginger and lemon and taking immune boosters and trying to get better. But better safe than sorry. Stay blessed too. Sending you love and prayers. Thank you so much, my darlings. Please, please, please stay home. Please stay home. I promise, like, guys, stay home. In December, then we can have a kick-ass party after we've kicked COVID out of our country. But for now, let's stay home and let's just do what is necessary to protect everybody. And if you know of somebody who is contravening COVID regulations, report them. You can do it anonymously, but report them. And if you are shy, DM me. I will report them for you. Me, I don't have shame or time with my chest. I will report. Just give me a name, a picture, and a number. But don't stand by as people's lives are being endangered because of people's recklessness. Because just because every day we keep getting reports of people who have actually recovered from COVID does not mean that, everybody will recover from COVID. And as we can see, even from our neighboring countries, from South Africa, so many young people are dying. We are not immune. Young people are not immune from dying. So please stay home. It's okay. You went to Lau Lau. You did the most. We forgive you. Stay your ass home. Please. Yes, Tumbi, you need to go steam. What happens when you report people? Nothing happens when you report people. Like yesterday, I called and I told them that there was a gentleman who's been going around up and down. He tested positive for COVID and they asked for his contact details and his number, which I gave, and they managed to contact him. Like this is a genuine smile. Like, I don't mind reporting. I promise you. So, just do what is necessary. Okay? I'm gonna love and leave y'all. It's been real. Stay cute. Oh, but this light is everything though. Stay cute and stay blessed, and we shall check each other after COVID. Steam and take immune boosters. Bye. They won't put him in jail. I don't know if he goes to jail or not, but also, he should be in jail if he's going to be reckless enough to walk around with positive COVID infection, but you're walking around going to parties and things, then your ass should go to jail. It should actually be attempted murder. Let me log off before I start whiling again. Wait, what, Anotumbi? I thought you said you're going to steam. Go steam yourself. Because the last time I spoke to you, you sounded a bit fluish. Go steam yourself, friend. Oh my god, this peace sign is right by my nose. I thought I had a booger. So I can report people there. Yes, you can report people. I actually implore you to report people. If you know of anybody that is awaiting test results but they're not isolating, report them. If you know of anybody who tested positive but they're still going out, report them. If you know of anybody that is showcasing symptoms but they refuse to go get tested and they're still allowing, report them. Report. Just report them. Because if you keep quiet, that is potentially 5 or 6 or 7 potential infections that could actually happen. Report them. And also, guys, just stay home. Do you know how much money you save when you just stay home and don't spend money on alcohol and thrives? There's someone who coughed the other day. I'll call the cops now. No, when I said report them, I didn't mean you must be a stupid person. Don't be. Please report, guys, I cannot say this enough. Report. especially these people that went to go get tested. Like, I actually have 4 friends that got tested last night, and I'm actually making it a point to check on them every day to make sure that their asses are home. And if let me just get an inkling that you're not in your house, I will report you. Nokuchame mo otato went to go get tested yesterday. They haven't gotten the results, and you self-isolate. Because the point is, if you are going to get tested, it's because there is a what do you call it? You people who went to English schools, what do you call the word? You have a yeah, that you could be positive. So why would you then go lao lao if you are not sure? Just wait for your results. The results don't take that long. Just wait for your results. But you cannot wait in the streets. You can't wait in the club. You can't wait in a house party. You have to wait in your house. And inform, as a matter of fact, inform your family members that, look, I started showcasing symptoms or whatever the case may be. Oh, wow. Can't being wretched people. Anyway, they know I'm on live, but they're calling me. But yeah, what was I saying? Yes, like, you have to wait at home, guys. You have to wait at home for your results. If you start showcasing symptoms, like, I've been indoors for about 10, 11 days now. And yesterday I started showcasing flu symptoms, but it's because I have chronic sinusitis, so I get seasonal flu, right? And I steamed once, and as you can hear, I'm perfectly fine. But now just imagine if I didn't choose to stay home and I was still in the streets thriving. I could have either given somebody else a flu, or it could possibly be COVID, and you don't know. But you have to self-isolate. But also, if you have a problem staying in your own house by yourself, then maybe you have bigger problems than just COVID, Chomi. Hey, Kong. Me, I'll say, Josie said, I really like the sound of your voice. Tumbi, I love you, but you annoy the hell out of me. Okay? Also, you see how white my teeth is? Or, I forgot English because of COVID. Stay home, guys, please. Just stay home. Also, I wanted to ask, what remedies are you guys using for, like, strengthening your immune systems? I'm taking immune boosters. I take immune boosters twice a day. The MBA immune boosters, the Namibian ones, I take once in the morning, once in the evening. I don't steam every day, though. I steam every second day because I just think, like, it's a big match. But then I also what I do is I drink the lemon ginger hot water every day at night before I sleep, because I believe, like, when you do it when you sleep, you give the body time to work with it as you are asleep, which is more difficult than when you take it while you're awake and you're up and about. I don't know, it just makes sense to me. Now imagine being locked in the same house as me. No, that would never happen to me. I refuse. I will go to a house party if that happens. Like, I just refuse. But yeah, guys, it's been real. Data is very expensive. Very expensive. But it's been real. Take care of yourselves, please. Be considerate of the people that you live with and the people around you, and just do your best to respect those that are in your lives that you could put at risk. Just stay home. It won't cost you much. It won't cost you anything, actually. Just stay home. I will keep this live on my timeline for about 24 hours, then I'll delete it. So just show it to the little kids that want to go to another house party. It's already Monday. People are already planning what's happening on Friday. If you're traveling, don't travel unless you are sure that you are not infected, because there's a lot of cross town infections that are also busy happening right now, because people think, oh, okay, It's becoming dire, so let me go to the north. But you're going to the north without even being sure that you are negative. So rather get tested first before you travel, because you could just be transporting the virus to other people. And I have 30 seconds left on my life. This has been real. It's been great. God bless. Love you guys. Stay safe. And stop risking people's lives for dry ass gatherings. Come a house party, leech house party, constant twerking like you get paid for it. Your parents pay too much tax for you to do such nonsense. Bye.